Well, good morning to you. It is the 3rd of December. Already made it into December. Good to have you with us on Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we're live from the HCC studios this morning on this chilly Tuesday morning. It's Tasty Tuesday, by the way. My co-host on Tuesdays, Benji, joining me from Studio A. Benji, good to see you.
Good to see you too, Todd.
So why are you in Studio A this morning?
I'm feeling a little tickle in my throat, if you will. So I'm just trying to stay away a little bit from everybody, but I'm still here in the studio.
We appreciate your perseverance and coming in when you're not feeling well. We also appreciate you separating yourself from the rest of us who, for the moment now, are doing well. But it seems like a lot of folks getting sick right now. Maybe it's the change in weather, a lot going around. Could be that we all got together for Thanksgiving. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be that too, or maybe a concert that I went to the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know, but we'll see.
It could be that too. So you're the you're, what do they call you? Patient zero or something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Did you have a good Thanksgiving though?
I did have a great Thanksgiving. I had a great turkey, ham, all those sorts, and it was great.
Very good. Very good. Well, we're back, and we're only back for a short time because HCC goes on winter break just in a few weeks, man. This is going to go by really quick. So we've only got a few more episodes of this show left for the year, and you can catch us live every morning, Mondays through Fridays, when HCC is in session, live at 10 a.m., Benji, but they can catch us anytime in social media.
Yes, like you said, we are live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page, not HCC, but Houston Community College District. We're also on YouTube, X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV, our own TV channel, where you can catch the rebroadcast of this show at noon, 5 and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
So, Benji, did you do any cooking yourself for Thanksgiving?
I did the mac and cheese. That was like a last minute mac and cheese too. Looked it up on TikTok, followed the recipe, and now they're asking for it again. So,
well, that's good. I mean, well, if you're looking for more recipes and some holiday tips, we've got a guest for you, and you're going to be talking to her soon. Chef Sophia Balat is the chef for the, or Balat, I should say, is the chef for the cooking school at Central Market of Houston, and our Tasty Tuesday guest. Good to have you with us, Chef.
Thank you so much for having me with you. Happy holidays to everybody. But yes, I've got plenty of tips for hosting during the holiday season, so I can't wait to share them with you.
Okay, because I'm going to be hosting this holiday season around Christmas Day for the first time in like forever. So I'll be taking notes, but Benji's going to be with you shortly.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, stick around for that. But first, we're going to kick things off. You know, construction in Houston, you drive around, construction's everywhere. You know, I don't want to sound weird, but I lived in a building which overlooked the bayou in Houston. Beautiful shot of downtown. But then they started building this large high-rise, disrupted the whole scenery. But that's happening literally across Houston. And we've got Michael Ross, who's the coordinator of architecture, construction, and management technology. Mike, welcome back to the show.
Well, thank you, Todd. I appreciate the opportunity of being here and explaining to everybody the importance of blocking your view. I mean, building those high rises, because there's always a need. In Houston, throughout the country, actually, has been for forever almost number one in building construction. And there are several very, very good construction companies around Houston.
Right.
It's funny how we think of expertise in somewhere else, but reality is Houston has a very good entourage of different construction companies.
Well, I mean, it also shows that, you know, when there is a lot of construction in the city, our economy here is pretty strong, that people are looking to invest in it because people are moving here.
Absolutely. In fact, history is, for myself, I've been here for over, I hate to say it, but I've been here for over 40 years. And I started out and still am a licensed architect, but I've gotten into construction. And construction management is extremely important. Construction itself is a very high risk, high reward, and I don't want to say a game, it's not a game. But if you were to think of it as a building, as a puzzle, if someone came in and threw a 2,000-piece puzzle on the floor, and someone said, put it together. And construction management is that. it takes the pieces that other people, in most cases, design and engineer and put it together. So I call it from concept to completion.
Let's talk about construction management and specifically our program. And a lot of people may be watching, and potential students may say, I'd like to do that. Can I get a viable long-time career by just going through HCC's construction management program, or do I need to extend my education?
Well, I always tell the students it depends how far you want to go. And what construction management at HCC has to offer is, well, essentially reflective of my background a little bit, is that 40 years of experience, and not just from the academic side, but from, the reality side, I call it. And yes, you learned construction from ground up. Everything sits on the ground in some form or fashion, from foundation all the way through structure, all the way through the final implementation of occupancy. And HCC has that to offer. It offers two different levels mainly. One is an associate's degree, and primarily the associate's degree in construction management takes a period of 2 years, which is pretty normal on most schools. And it also offers a certificate program. There's 2 levels of certificates, but essentially a certificate takes 1 year, and associate's degree takes 2 years. The competency that you'll learn, regardless of 1 or 2 years, is essentially how to put the puzzle together, how to be a band director, because you're learning a different language.
Right.
You're not that's what you're doing, because you as a construction manager will be associating with all the different, there's the management side and there's a trade side, but you got to communicate with all the trades. So you're essentially what they call, jack of all trades, master of none, but it'll take you into the positions of possibly construction areas of superintendent, assistant, project management. It serves as a stepping stone to construction management if you want to go for a bachelor's degree. And you'd have to transfer to a different university to get your 4-year construction management degree. But essentially, if you compare it, and I compare it a lot from an education standpoint, and I say on a medical and legal level, they emphasize so much importance in the level of education, where you stand. See, construction is a lot different in respect that your performance counts more than actually your level of education. And one thing about Houston, not necessarily Houston, but Texas. See, Texas is one of the states that allows you as a student or as actually a business owner in construction, you don't have to be licensed to be a general contractor. See, and what HCC has to offer, if you're ambitious enough, is the knowledge behind being your own general contractor. Therefore, you don't have to go and take another license exam, et cetera, as general contractor. And I know a lot of people over the years that have the same education and have been very successful in their own businesses, say, as a general contractor.
And it seems like there is never enough good and dependable and trustworthy general contractors, because you always hear the horror stories with general contractors. But, doing good and doing good work, reliability, that says a lot. Many times you don't have to advertise yourself. Word of mouth is going to get you that work, correct?
Absolutely, without question. And the key element is not, in my opinion, and a key element, not only from a knowledge standpoint, but one word: communication. Communication builds bridges when there isn't any bridge.
Yeah.
And like you said, trustworthiness is a exponentially part of communication, because people have a tendency to think perhaps on the negative side. General contractors have to make a lot of promises because they're representing essentially a lot of different trades. They're the band director, they're the quarterback, what I call, and they are responsible in the end result to who? The owner. If you're the owner yourself, they're responsible to you. And So the owner's expecting you to perform where you have to turn around, and I call it like herding cats. But with knowledge and good communication, and you build a trust, you can go far, especially with the associate's degree or even a certificate.
And getting these certificates and associate degrees, you're also getting trained from what you're talking about in leadership roles, is correct?
Oh, project management, and I interchange project management and construction management. And honestly, the underlying definitive word for that is what you just said, leadership. Because it's a different animal driving a train versus riding on the train. See, there's people that sometimes can't differentiate a trade versus the construction management side. And the construction management side is essentially driving the train. The responsibilities are different. The answering to who, what, where, and how, and who you answer to, what, and controlling the finances is very important in all the factions of it, because you're really taking the bull by the horns, so to speak, and running with it. And you're responsible in the end result, because there's a lot of liability, and understanding who you talk to, who does what, where, and how is part of the managing process, the business side of it. See, I want to say business, because
Right.
a trade is a business and construction management is a business, in a sense, as a general contractor. Each faction has a business side. You can't exist. People who are experts at trades have a skill in certain respects, but they got to have a business side of it, or else guess they'll be out of business. And construction management is knowing how the business side of it works more so because the trade you got to communicate with the trades. And
if you're looking at this, we've got the programs for you here at HCC. We'll have all the links in our post after the show. Michael, we are out of time. That went by pretty quick. We appreciate you joining us. Michael Ross is the Department Coordinator of Architecture, Construction Manager, Technology. If you're interested in being a general contractor, going into construction management, project manager, we've got the programs for you, and we'll have the links. Thanks, Michael.
You're welcome. Thank you, everyone.
All right, it's Tasty Tuesday. We're going to listen to some holiday tips and more. Benji's coming up with our Tasty Tuesday guest. We're back in 60 seconds.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
We are back on Up to the Minute, and now we have Chef Sophia Balat of the Cooking School of Central Market Houston and our Tasty Tuesday guest. Welcome to the show, Chef.
Thank you. Welcome. Hi, Benji. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great, and I'm very excited to see what you got planned for us here today. But I just want to ask, how can Central Market help us with these cooking classes? I mean, I would have never thought that Central Market does something like this.
Oh, yeah. On the second floor here at the Central Market in Houston, we offer cooking classes almost every single day out of the week. Coming up in particular, there's going to be a lot of great holiday classes that we have lined up. You got sugar cookie making. You have bûche de Noël, which is that beautiful spiraled cake that has some really organic design on the outside. Honestly, something like that could show as a really nice centerpiece on your holiday dinner table.
Yeah, and anything else that that y'all are teaching there specifically for the holidays that's going to be happening?
Yes, so almost every weekend throughout the month, we do gingerbread decorating. It's not limited to just kids. You see adults come in. It's really fun for a midday date. The house is fully assembled for you, and you get all the candy that you want. So you just come in for about an hour and just relax, have fun. And we have Christmas music playing. It's a great time.
Okay. And one question that I have also, because, after the holidays, we cook such a big feast, but we have so many leftovers. Is there any secrets of what we can do with those leftovers after a holiday?
Absolutely. Personally, for me, I love to have a Boxing Day breakfast, or even just the next day, re-invite all your guests over if they're already staying with you. That's great. Some easy sort of dishes that you can assemble would be a baked casserole dish with that leftover turkey, stuffing. You can chop up those roasted vegetables and scramble some eggs with them. Cranberry sauce. It's a hit or miss on the table. So if you have a lot of extra cranberry sauce left over, you can grab some frozen puff pastry, throw that in the center, and you can basically do like a cranberry turnover, which serves as a really nice Danish for your breakfast as well.
Oh, awesome. That's good to hear. And so tell us about some ideas that we can do for like family traditions, I would say. It's something for people who don't have a tradition yet, something they want to start.
Absolutely. So being with family, loved ones during the holidays, it's all about connecting with those who have really made an impact on your year. And one of the best ways to do that is through food. Giving a holiday cookie box, inviting friends and family over for a movie night can be really fun to watch a holiday movie together. And something that's really popular currently on TikTok and Instagram are something called a hot cocoa bar, which is kind of what I have lined up here to show you guys today.
Yeah, which I know you're going to show us. So yeah, go ahead. Let's get started here and show us what you got planned for us.
Absolutely. So it all starts obviously with the hot cocoa. So what I have here is I just have some scalded hot milk, and I have some ready to go hot cocoa mix. You can always just go ahead and add in some melted chocolate as well. It's really up to preference on how much sugar you like. So I'm just going to kind of sprinkle some in here. There we go. And matter of fact, I'm going to do half and half. I'm actually going to also add in some of my melted chocolate. Beautiful.
Wow.
And then I just go ahead and whisk it all together to make that hot cocoa mix. And it takes absolutely no time at all. And if you really want to get creative, you can make different flavors of hot cocoa for your guests. Like you can go ahead and do a peppermint hot cocoa. You can add some salted caramel to your hot cocoa mix. Really, it's up to you how creative you want to get with it. So I'm just going to ladle in some hot cocoa here to my very festive mug.
And let me add, I saw you added that ladle. You went into the chocolate, then you went to grab the hot cocoa mix there.
Yes.
Why that?
Yes. So, it's just, it has some extra chocolate on the ladle already. So that's just extra flavor, of course.
We always like more chocolate, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to do two flavors for you today. So the first one that I'm going to go ahead and create is kind of like a s'mores variation. So I have some whipped marshmallow fluff that I'm just going to kind of rub around the outside of my mug here. And really the whole point here is to get messy, to have fun. So don't be too hard on yourself if you do make a mess, right?
Yeah.
But the marshmallow kind of serves as that sort of glue to hold the toppings around the outside of the mug, just to keep with these crushed graham crackers that I'm just going to kind of sprinkle. All right. So you've got the chocolate, you've got the marshmallow, you've got the graham cracker, right?
Yeah, that's basically a s'more there.
And that's basically a s'mores. I'm always going to top my hot cocoa with some marshmallow fluff or whipped cream. There you go. And I actually think that I want to garnish this a little bit. So I'm going to use some mini chocolate chips here, a little bit more chocolate, never hurt anybody.
Yeah.
And I earlier made some chocolate covered pretzel rods. So again, this is the same exact chocolate mini chip, and I'm just going to stick that in. And you have one beautiful hot cocoa ready to impress any guest.
That is great. I mean, I love the presentation and everything. That's great job there. And
yeah.
it doesn't look too hard to make either. So
No time at all. No time at all. You can really get creative with all your toppings. Like I have some crushed peppermint here. You can definitely put that around the rim. Matter of fact, let me just go ahead and show you how to do that real quick.
Yes.
So with that same the same melted chocolate that I had that made our hot cocoa mix, I'm going to go ahead and brush the outside of my Christmas mug with, and then I'm just going to kind of roll the rim of the mug in the crushed peppermint, kind of like you would a margarita.
Yeah,
But this is definitely a little bit more kid friendly, right? Same sort of move here. I'm just going to pour in my hot chocolate with a ladle because we don't want to disrupt that beautiful rim of crushed mint that we have going on. All right. And this time, I think I'm going to add some marshmallows in my hot cocoa. So there was like a surprise underneath, right? There we go. I've got some more whipped cream here, obviously. Gonna go straight on top. And you can do hot fudge, you can do caramel. I'm gonna do a little drizzle of caramel there. And let's go ahead and add in a candy cane as garnish this time. There you go. So you have two really easy, fun, different variations of hot cocoa. And again, this is really just up to your friends and family, how creative you want to get with it. I love to make a hot cocoa like this, a really cozy drink, and just kind of hit the couch with my, big cozy blanket and watch a holiday movie with loved ones. It's a really great way to bring food and family together.
Yes, thank you so much, Chef Sophia Balat of the Cooking School at Central Market Houston, and our Taste Tuesday guest. We'll have all of your info in our post after the show. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. All right, coming up next, we have a quick commercial break, but Todd and I will return with some news and announcements, so stay tuned.
At Houston Community College, we make your lessons matter. Open the door to real-world education, where passions become careers. Find out more at hccs.edu and let your success take flight.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much that helped me. I finally knew that I had somebody.
Welcome back to Up to the Minute. I'm Todd Duplantis, and we are live this Tuesday morning with your news and announcements. Things happening across the district. Tonight at the HCC Central Hyndman Theater, the Fall Instrumental Ensemble Concert. Enjoy some beautiful music. It's all free. Program is free. Check our post for more information, and I'm sure they'll probably have a few holiday pieces as well. Take the whole family. Benji, also, we've got an iCafe movie on the way as well.
Yes, HCC Southeast wants students to de-stress during finals by joining Student Life and the library for another fun event. This one is a film in the Upstairs Learning Hub. This will take place Wednesday, December 4th, which is tomorrow, from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the HCC Eastside Learning Hub. Check out our post after the show for more info.
Later at the HCC Eastside Learning Hub, they're going to have Olaf's Wonderland. It's a winter celebration. Bring the whole family out. Students are encouraged to bring their families for food and fun for all ages. That's from 5:30 to 7:30 tomorrow as well. Check our post for more information. And it's a month of gratitude right now, Benji.
Yes, talent engagement is focusing on gratitude this month with events designed to inspire and support you this season. On Thursday, December 5th at 10 a.m., there's a gratitude webinar. Explore how gratitude positively affects your brain and shares ways to integrate it into your daily life. And then December 9th through the 15th virtually at 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. There'll be a 5-day gratitude challenge. Start your day with inspiration with a challenge of storytelling and engaging conversations. So check out our post after the show for more info on that.
There's an Instagram exhibition going on through the end of the month. It's our gallery walls will be on Instagram, and it'll have studio classes, art studio classes from across the district. The viewing link's available December 1st through the 31st. We'll have a link in our post on how you can do that. And spring 2025 registration is underway, Benji. There's 5 ways to learn. One website to go to what is that website?
That website is hccs.edu/apply. Again, hccs.edu/apply.
It's hard to believe we're talking spring 2025.
Yeah.
So, yep, tomorrow it's time for another HCC Lifestyle and Culture segment, our last one of 2024. We'll wrap up with a discussion about the fashion program, just in time for its big fashion show, which is this Friday, Benji, happening on Friday night.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So come on out, folks, or, well, just come on out. Yeah.
We'll have more all about it tomorrow. In Small Business Wednesday, HCC's entrepreneurial team will have the winner of the Global Pitch Competition. Got to be cool. All right. Benji, I hope you feel better. Stay in that studio for the rest of the day. We'll have some lunch sent to you.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
All right. We'll all avoid you. And all of you out there, stay healthy. We only got, what less than going on 2 weeks left to the end of this semester and a long winter break. But tomorrow we'll be back live at 10 a.m. with Up to the Minute.